Mic check.
Mic check.
Word. All right, team. So today, I've taken a bit of a step back from 2K. Today, I'm just going to show you guys, a couple of tips and strategies for pitching and hitting. I'm playing RTTS, and I'm playing on beginner. So the purpose of this would be, if there's any new players out there who want to learn, like I was just learning. I'm a first year player, but definitely really excited to keep playing and prove what I got out here. Want to give you kind of some of the tips that I found useful here, and just ultimately just vibe out. Just play RTTS. We're on the Padres, so I'll go into my ball player, my loadout. I have two loadouts. I'm a two-way player, so I have hitter, and I play a lot of Diamond Dynasty. That's actually the game I'm playing the most out here. So I have a lot of different diamond accessories. So my stats are kind of juiced right now, and I would assume that's the case for a lot of people who play even just a little bit of Diamond Dynasty. Really helps out your RTTS. So if you're just playing RTTS right now, or if you're playing offline, definitely check out some of the offline missions in Diamond Dynasty. They're not too hard, and they're kind of fun. And you can get some good perks, some diamond perks, and then you can get some different good accessories, like the legendary call I ended up getting. I could have sold this for 30,000 stubs, but I figured I might want to give RTTS a try this year. And this is, if you see down in the bottom right, it gives me +8 power, +8 contact. So when you add all the stats to the nice little accessories that you get, like 3 discipline, 3 durability, your player, when he goes out there on the field, he's way better than this overall you see, right? So it says 66 overall, and it says, look at that. I got, look at all the plus stats right there. That's just from the accessories. So it's a good way to get a head start on your player. Say you want to use them as a cap down the line for your Diamond Dynasty team, or even if you just want to, just play around and make yourself a Hall of Famer, right? Everyone who plays this game, they play for a reason because they love the game of baseball, right? So just watching yourself grow as a Hall of Famer, that could be fun as well for you too. So definitely check out Diamond Dynasty. So this is my hitting package right here, my hitting build. I got power 5, which adds a bunch of stats to my power. It takes a couple stats down from contact, but we don't contact swing out here, especially on beginner. And then I got speed package, which upgrades my speed by 11. And then when you add, so I have 54 speed right now, but then with this package you add, or this badge, you add 11 speed. And then when you go down to the socks, that adds 6 speed, or the shin guards, or no, sorry. There's a couple different accessories that you have that add speed to your repertoire as well. So my speed, even though it says 54, you know, add 11 and then add 8 and then add everything else with my accessories, and my speed's up there at like 80. So really good practice here. And then for this is my pitching build. I need to get some diamond primary badges, but for my sub badges I have break, because my velocity isn't really there yet. I'm working on it. I'm still young in my career. So break's there, and then control's there. I'm looking to add maybe a velocity badge at some point, but I'm more of a finesse pitcher, lefty. You know, I got the cutter sinker combo. I got the change up in that, the circle change. And then when you add good control and break to those types of pitches, you're going to find yourself to be really successful. So let's just get straight into it. I'm on rotation, so every 5 games I'll be pitching, and then every game in between that I'll be hitting. So let's get straight into it. We're in a series right now with the Giants, and I'm pitching right now, so this is a good opportunity for me to show you kind of my mindset when I'm pitching and some of the pitches I like to use, and then maybe you can translate this to online. So I'm going to use my pitcher build. It's like a 77 overall right now. And yeah, hopefully you guys learn a thing or two. You know, I am a beginner right now, but I'm gonna show you guys how kind of like I pitch online, and I have a 2.3 ERA on online games, so I'm considered a pretty successful pitcher for how much I played. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I do it with this repertoire I have, because when you look at my repertoire, right, so we'll go to my appearance. When you look at my repertoire, right, first thing, right, I got the cutter. And don't worry about the velocity. You know, we can add some badges later to bring it up, but that's why the break and the control are high, because the velocity is really low when you start out. But when you look, the most crucial pitches you want for a pitcher when you're pitching online, or if you're trying to play competitively against a friend or something, you want a cutter and you want a sinker, or one of those two. Those pitches are very dynamic. They come in looking really fast, and then they drop right at the end, or they cut right at the end, which leads to bad PCI placement. So even if the timing is there, which usually you're going to see PCI placement over timing, that's always going to trump timing. So if the PCI placement isn't there, but the timing is there, the cutter and the sinker is what's going to achieve that. I got the four-seam fastball, just in case, you know, you get down like 2-0, 3-0 or something like that. You want to make sure you're hitting that strike zone. You're having a tough time finding location. Four-seam fastball is a really good pitch to throw in there in a hard location to hit. A lot of these players, everyone online uses PCI, so there's a couple different locations that I'll show you that are really hard for players to get down on. And then while this is coming in at 89, if you start playing Diamond Dynasty, you'll find players who have 102 miles an hour, 100 mile an hour fastballs, and when you add that to the location we're going to put it in, it's going to make it really hard to get down there, and they're going to get a lot of ground outs or pop outs or early, late timing, and it's a good approach to take. You always want to change up, because that complements the slider really nice. The slider comes in the same speed as the changeup, but it comes in a little bit more fierce, and it has a hard bite to it. The circle change comes in as fierce as a four seam, and it just pulls a string, just drops down right at the end. So the circle change is also a good way to mix up with the sinker or the four seam, because the sinker comes in way faster and it drops a little bit more. So you have a good repertoire right here if you see my player that really can confuse someone and can really mix stuff up. So let's get into it. When you first start, you want to make sure you're not predictable, right? So I'm going to come down here. It's a hard location, the cutter, boom, dot, right there, strike one. So what complements a cutter is a slider, because they move in the same direction, but it's a little bit slower and it's a little bit laggier, right? So I'm going to do it in the same location, and he didn't bite. But if you're playing online, you're going to see guys who are going to bite on that. You got people who are really swing, or like really trigger happy. So we'll try to switch up our location a little bit and switch up the speed. So we're going to put a circle change right here. And we don't want to put it down here, because guys online, they can just slam their PCI down in the right corner. We want to put it right here where it's really hard for them to get their PCI to.
The 1-1 is swung
boom.
On and missed, and that's strike two.
Hey, great job by the offense.
So we had three off-speed pitches right down low. We're gonna put a cutter right up here and surprise him. Boom, strike three. Strike three. You're gonna strike kids out with that sequence every single time online. the biggest secret and the biggest tip I can give you is make sure that you are unpredictable. A lot of people, they throw the same pitch first strike, like this cutter, right? I threw that first strike last time, throw it in there. He swung, the placement was a little off, but guys online, they're going to pick up on your tendencies super quick, right? So you want to make sure you're cutting it down. So we're going to put a sinker, which is considered fast speed for me, right here at the belt.
Fouled away.
And try to avoid the corners. The only time you want to actually hit a corner is if you're hitting a really hard, like, outlier fastball, like 102 miles an hour, and it's in a different location than you've been throwing all games that kind of mix them up, right? So I'll show you that in a minute. I'm going to try to strike him out with this circle change. Boom. All right, he fouled it off. This is the perfect time online, right, to come up with a fastball. You don't want to go in a corner because they're probably going to expect the fastball. But you want to come in on a hard place to hit. So like right here, that's super hard for them to square up their PCI. So if we can dot this, that's strike 3. And if they do make contact, it's either going to be a foul or a ground out. We're just going to follow the catcher up here. We're just going to throw a cutter up top, see what happens. And he gets it. That's going to be, it's going to be a little booper, and those are going to happen on online. But we got one out if you look down here, and we're just going to throw low. So Brendan Crawford, he has 29 speed. You know, we have one out, and we got a runner on first. We got Alex Dickerson. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. So this is a perfect opportunity to just throw low and try to see if you can entice a ground out. But don't put it in the corner because they're going to slam it down there. So let's put it up here. Didn't bite. Guys online, man, the computer's different with their vision. Guys online are going to swing at shit like that. Boom. Slider right outside. And we're just going to throw low, man. We're just going to try to get him to swing at something shitty. Boom. There's 2 right there. Boom. Look at that. End of the first. End of the first. 2-1. So now we're batting right here, right?
Now to the plate, the pitcher.
So let me run down what I do with batting. I'll just go to my settings real quick. Gameplay, batting. So if you guys want to kind of take the approach I take, I do input type as buttons, so I use X only. Right? If you're online and you power swing, it makes your PCI smaller. If you contact swing, it makes your PCI bigger, but that's not always the best thing, because if your PCI is bigger, that can entice more ground outs and more pop outs if you don't actually really get it on that sweet spot. What you want to focus on is getting it on the sweet spot. So that being said, there's really no need for an inner or an outer PCI. I just like to go with diamonds, right? If you see my PCI, it's just 3 diamonds right there. And that cuts out everything, right? It's kind of hard to see a pitch, especially if it's going to come in a spot that you're not expecting at 102 miles an hour, and you got that inner and outer PCI showing. It's going to be hard to see that ball. So I like to go diamond. Diamonds right here for PCI center. None on PCI inner, outer. And then for the color, I like to do yellow just because it's old school. I've been playing the show for a long time, but I'm finally starting to play competitively. And then I like to do 60%. You don't want to do it too low because then you won't be able to see the pitch. You also don't want to do it too high because then you also won't be able to see the pitch, right? So I think yellow 60% is with, you know, I think this PCI setup for me personally, you can do whatever you like. Me personally, this is the best way for me to actually see the pitches. So what I like to think about when I'm pitching is the same. What I like to think about when I'm batting is the same thing as when I'm pitching, right? So when you're playing online, you know an opponent is going to try to hit really hard spots for you to hit, right? But always, I mean, they might get some bad like placement on it, and they might end up hanging something or put it right down the middle. We're on beginner, so it's going to be really easy pitches to hit. But the purpose of this video is definitely want to tell you that swinging early, getting early contact on something is going to make your ball fly. You're going to get way better contact. You're going to be able to pull the ball. Getting good contact is good, but you might get some like warning track shots or something. Aiming for early and aiming to get the PCI like on top of the ball is the best way to do it. So I like to do a little flick up top just to get my timing down, and I like to swing. See, that was late right there. We want to try to get early so we can hit that right into the bay.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
Looks like a little fly out right there. So see how I got under that on the lower left corner? You want to, it's really easy to get under a ball in this game. You want to try your hardest to get on top of it, because then that will render a perfect hit if you feel like you're getting a little bit too low on the ball. So now we're back to pitching. We don't have to give the whole repertoire again, the whole spiel. We're just going to get straight into it. Still a cutter right there. Notice how I'm just changing my location, changing the speeds. And slider down low right here. He didn't bite, so we're going to go up top. We're going to go up top with a sinker right here. We're going to try to dot this. And a little grounder. And that's why I like to call it fluky. But we're going to go for two, man. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop that. Obviously, not much to say about that. But since he got a hit there, we're going to change our location. We're going to go with a fastball, like, right inside. And then so we got him 0-1. The best strategy is to give him something that like is close, but he's not really gonna hit well, or he'll foul off. So we're gonna do a circle change right here to try to get strike 2. And I have my settings. So I have my settings on umpire discretion, but when you're playing online competitively, it's gonna be perfectly aligned with the strike zone. So that would be a ball. I got lucky there, but it's 0-2. Best 0-2 pitch for me right now with this build is just like a slider outside that he can't even touch. He didn't bite. They're not always going to. We'll do a cutter high up outside. And you want to match the movement with your placement, right? So you see how that cutter was in the zone, but it cut right outside, like right on the corner as soon as it came across the plate, which rendered that strikeout. So you never want to, you never want to throw something down the middle in this game. So you just always want to make sure that whatever your pitch is coming in, it looks like it's going to end up in that strike zone. Because if they swing, so you see that pitch, let's stop for a minute. You see that pitch, that circle changer I just had? I dropped that right down in the zone. If you look at the bottom left corner right there, I dropped that right in the zone. So now if I drop it here on line, the computer may not swing, but since I dotted that right down there, it's going to come in a little bit lower and he's going to swing. Online, that person would 100% swing on that, and they would probably ground out and get 2 on that, right? So you want to establish that you can dot early in the game, because then that's going to give you the freedom to kind of throw it wherever you want, because then you can throw a cutter right out here. But if this player knows that you're good at dotting, he's going to have to swing with 2 strikes. Dot. That's an absolute dot right there. And we can get into pinpoint later. That wasn't like perfect pinpoint, but I just adapted to my timing. There's a good way to do that I can explain later.
For the punch out and the offering, and it's fouled away.
So we're gonna try to get him with the circle change right here. Never drop in the corner, right here. Look at that. Look at that. See, just follow this stuff, man. They're gonna look at that. They're just gonna watch that go by. They're gonna watch that go by all day.
Clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Yes, he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Hit on the ground to short. Throw to second for the force out.
There you go.
The side is retired. So now here is Kurt Casale,
leading up
8-9-1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence, he's got great body language on the mound, he's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. DeYoung ranging.
And you guys see how that control badge I have comes into place, right? Because while my velocity ain't there, I'm dotting the shit out of these people. So this, just because I gave up a little bloopy, like a little hit, it's not that bad when you actually break it down of the situation right now. So there's 0 outs, right? Kurt Casale's on first. He has 5 speed. And the person at bat is Logan Webb, the pitcher. Now, if you look at my third baseman, Machado, he's all the way up there because the pitchers obviously are really weak hitters. So this is a perfect opportunity to turn two because Casali ain't stealing. He has 5 speed, right? And Logan Webb ain't hitting it hard enough to get it into the outfield. And even if he does, Casali and Logan Webb are going to be on first and second, and that's a better opportunity to get that first batter out. But we want to get 2 outs right here so we can start fresh in the next inning. So let's try to get 2. Let's put a circle right here. He's going to bunt. We're going to throw it out.
Logan Webb, 1 ball, no strikes to count.
He's going to bunt, so we're going to throw it down here.
It's going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. Profar for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket.
And we only ended up getting 1. I thought with my location that if you look bottom left, that's a dot right there. I thought it was going to go straight to Machado, who was up, but the game had other ideas. So we got 1, and Logan Webb's on first. Let's try to get 2 here and end the inning. Let's throw a cutter right here. And let's throw a little circle change down here.
Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2.
And a little slider right down here. Treat the slider like a changeup sometimes. Boom. If you treat that slider like a changeup, if you throw the slider like you're throwing a changeup, it's going to be very successful for when you actually do mix that changeup in.
That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Swing and a liner. And that gets down.
So this is tough right here, because if you notice, man, like this type of stuff, it does happen online. He's going home. He's gonna get gunned. He's gonna get gunned. That's the end of the third. They blessed me right there, but if you do notice, like the hits that I have given up have been really fluky. That stuff doesn't really happen when you have like an elite fielder at third. Like those 2 hits I gave up that inning would not have happened online. So don't worry about that. That would have been 2 right there, easy money. The AI on the game just operates a little bit differently. So let's try to help our cause out here at the plate. Oh, that was a good little changeup right down the middle. So got early on top of that, but we still got on base. Give me that jacket, boy.
As you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on.
Yeah, look at that jacket. I'm about to steal just because. Oh my God, they gunned me. Oh man. Anyways, we'll do a base running video later, but I don't base run too much on this. That should be. Wow. I might go get that myself. That might be an inside the park home run, man. Wow. So there you have it. I mean, like, I don't know what else to like tell you guys besides just like you just got to work around the game's ideas and the game's agenda to your best ability. Because if you've seen the only hits I've given up, they're kind of laughable, right? So there's a run. We're not gonna bank on it, but let's just try to get 2. And see, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys, honestly. I don't know what's happening. All right, this is a good situation, though, to talk about, like, base runners. So no one's on base and someone's at second, right? So first thing you want to do is not let this person get a hit. We don't want to let Brandon Belt get a hit, especially lefty-lefty, as we're approaching the bottom of the lineup. We want to either get a ground out to the left side of the field, which is going to be something out here. Into the box, Brandon Belt. And the reason why we want to aim for the left side of the field is because that's going to stop the person for third base running. If he hits a slow roller to second or first base, he's going to advance that runner. So we're going to work the low outside part of this of the strike zone. So sinker changeup combo always really good. And best case scenario, you strike him out, right? And then get that one. Boom. There it is. Lefty-lefty, you don't want to miss that opportunity. Especially 5th batter. It's a good batter, but you're still approaching the bottom of the lineup. So you want to make sure that you can save yourself enough time for the next inning to play the whole bottom of the lineup. So if I strike him out, or I get a double play here, I'll start with the 7th or 8th batter on the next inning, which is going to set me up for success. Cutter high up top outside. It's not biting. We do a sinker low inside. And they're getting on top of it. We might stay away from that location for now. If you look at the PCI, they're like not touching it, but the game's still favoring them. So, and then we're gonna treat that slider like a changeup.
Here comes the 1-2. Is laid off.
Didn't bite. circle change right up here.
And no errors on the Giant ledger to this point.
He's fouling that off. Let's just put a fastball at the same location. We want him to really try to pull that to left to the third baseman. So we struck out. We got 2 outs. So now it's a strikeout situation, or it's a ground out or pop out situation. We don't have to necessarily worry about that runner on second, especially when he's not a threat to steal third. Bless me right there. Slider outside low on the arm side when you're playing in a like hitter is a good pitch. That was a bad pitch right there. Don't throw that. So sinker right down low. Let's see if he chops this. Chopped it. Wasn't in play. Treat that slider like a changeup, folks. People online are swinging on that. I'm telling you straight up. People online are going to swing on that. Let's go for the strikeout right up here. Boom. 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 When you are throwing low the whole entire at-bat and you have 2 strikes, just pop a fastball right up there. You are going to fool them so bad.
Digging in will be Kurt Casale, who collected a base hit his first time up.
The catcher, Kurt Casale.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is skied into short left
Nice little
center.
pop up.
Pham comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for route number 1. Donovan Solano will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Hitting for the Giants.
He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. He's got it.
That's a 2-pitch inning so far. 2 outs.
Able to keep a foot tethered on the bag, and that becomes out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mauricio Dubon, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Here it comes, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. Here comes the 1-2. This one's flared down the right.
There's another
line,
bloopy.
and that'll get down for a base hit. So
Playing some Madden over here. I'm trying to get that angle tackle, angle pursuit.
That's here after the 2-out hit. Brandon Crawford digging in next.
So we're getting blessed a little bit, but we're also getting whacked around. Just like a bunch of bloopies. So we're going to just try to strike them out now. Old reliable. We're going to go with this fastball up top. He's not going to swing. Computer does not swing at anything outside of the zone.
Fastball right there.
Please get there. Nope. You know what that might be doing? All right, let's do a circle change right here so we can get him to chop. It's hard to strike these folks out, man. They don't really blast too much in that department, but let's see what this does. Boom. There it is. That's the inning. I got a little scared there, to be honest. They should have thrown that to first.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Cal King, singled in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball to second. This
and that's 2. Definitely don't do that. But this is my pitching package. I don't really have the hitting stats for all this. Let's try to end this game. I want to show you guys how I hit. Just throwing low pitches, not in the corner, but a little bit up top. It's just the best way to go. You're not going to strike everyone out, but it's so hard to get to, and they're going to need to swing. It's in the strike zone if you're dotting, so. We got another bloopy. Boom. 2 outs. All right. Lefty, lefty. Let's just throw a circle change inside.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above.
Let's just keep throwing this, see what the computer does.
Players are in the lineup.
Boom.
Try and get on base to set them up.
Over to first, and that retires the side. Last half of the 7th here, and here comes the first baseman, Darren Ruff. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one. Now a flare out to left center. Profar ranging into the outfield. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. He's set. Here it
Now
comes.
batting.
This
Third
is on the
baseman.
ground over the first.
Evans.
Throw, not in time, but boy, was
Should have
that
gone there. Should have gone there.
just to get to that thing. Into the box
Now
now.
batting.
Kirk
Catcher.
Casale in the
Kirk.
dirt here, and no advance. It's ball one.
Ooh, bang, bang play right there. That's one of my favorite plays. Thinking back to it, to go in that hole in between first base and
They let
second
me
base
go a
to
little
have
bit,
a
wait
clear
like
lead.
too long in this. Like it, honestly, I love playing Diamond Dynasty because everything's so fast paced and there's a purpose with everything. Road to the Show is really tough when you have a pitcher because every time you have an outing, you're usually gonna do well and you want to do well. So like it's easy to do well too. So they just make you go for so long. Like definitely not the best use of time for this game to just throw 100 pitches on beginner or rookie. So we're just trying to get us outs. We're not really hunting for strikeouts here. We're just throwing it in hard locations for them to hit, and it's usually either a ground out or a pop out or a fluky. So
magic here is he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first. 1-0 the count. Now a swing and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. And the throw just does.
Boom! I'm a beast. Let's go. Thank you. Finally got pinch hit for my boy Trey. 1-5-1. I got the dub. 7 innings pitched. 7 Ks. 1 earned run. Not a bad outing. 5,800 XP. That's interesting, actually. That might have not been on rookie if I got that much XP. Alright, so now we're going to play just this series in between, and then I'm going to end the video, but I just want to show you guys how I hit.
Case, if I can, I want to follow up on one of the most...
Oh my god, get out of my face. Get that sinker velocity up. Always make sure you're doing these. Identify your gaps, find out where you need to grow, and execute when you're doing your trainings.
Inside Oracle Park, the home of the Giants, as we're ready for baseball from the city by the bay. Today, a matchup out of the National League West between the San Diego Padres. The Padres are looking to collect. Now to the plate, here is Cal King. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. Here's a shot to left field.
And that's gone.
Deep.
That's gone. You like that? You like that, San Francisco? Yeah.
Well, it's very early.
So now to the plate.
I'm a Hall of Famer.
And we'll see what he can do here after going deep his first time up.
Yeah, Matt, and going back.
I'm a Hall of Famer. 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 First ballot. Look at that.
So a 3-run shot to right center field, his second home run of the game, as this lead swells to 7-0.
I think that's 24 for the year, and I've been playing. They called me up in August, so. Yeah. Is that 3 homers? Let's get 4.
Steps in with his eyes on history.
Yeah.
Work at the plate in this one as he'll shoot for his 4th homer to put himself in rare company.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Power swing. Goodbye.
Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. And bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers.
Let's go. 4 home runs. 4 home runs this game? Okay.
So it's a solo shot. Cal King is having a
we making it 5? No, we're not making it 5. We're not making it 5.
Homer in this one. High fly ball out to
man. I should not have swung at that.
Ooh. has it, and there's one gone.
Oh man, so we went 4 for 5 with 4 homers and 6 ribbies. Yeah, look at that. There's not much I can help you guys out with hitting, cause damn, I'm getting a lot of XP over here. Wait, hold on. Let me check my Diamond Dynasty. Let me check how much XP I'm really getting over here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have to plug in the Shane Bieber soon. Man, we are killing it right now, man. I've not played the Cardinals first game against the Cardinals. I need some boys on the team, man. I need to build some friendships. Tatis, Machado. I need to hit them in, man. You hit them in. We got Machado on base right now. If I hit him in, he could become my boy.
And the Padres trying to make this first inning even better here. In the air, carrying well out to deep center. A ball that's carrying.
Machado, you better move, bro. No?
He makes the catch.
Okay. Yo, power swings only team. Let's go. Let's just power swing straight up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last game.
He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center.
So we got 2 warning track shots. I need to hit the gym. I need to get some muscle. Let's see if we keep this hitting streak alive.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Cal King. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And this pitch is
we ain't biting on that, man.
Well, that's just a nice executed pitch right there. To have the confidence to go in, pound it inside. If he's got that, this team's in trouble.
Oh, that's 2.
Ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Ball 4, take your base.
At the plate now is Cal King. He doubled his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone.
Who's on line out?
Miss it.
And he dives to make a spectacular.
Yo, I swear it doesn't matter what difficulty you're on, bro. The computer is gold glove everywhere. And I thought that was Bader. And that's some dude I've never heard of in my life. Connor Capel. That's a fake fucking dude. I thought that was Bader. And Bader won the gold glove this year, so I understand if he got that in this game, but fuck that. Nah, this game says it's on beginner, says it's on rookie. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This shit, they play like it's fucking legend fielding, dude. It's crazy. The diving catches I see. Some of the best plays I've ever seen in my life, dude, happen on beginner against a computer. Yeah, we're not even gonna entertain that. Not gonna entertain any of that. I'm sure there was no value brought there.
MLB The Show has baseball.
Ball 4, take your base.
And now in the box, Cal King, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
So impressed with him.
There's a swing and a long
That should be gone.
drive high in
That
the
should be
air
gone.
and deep
No
to
way.
center field.
Ha.
He'll have to leave it there as
Ha.
the play is made for the 3rd out.
Game's hilarious. Game is
Next to stand in
hilarious.
is Cal King. He flew out in his last debut. Lifted the other way to left center.
Man, we're not getting lucky over here, huh?
He tracks it down. Nice play for the first
Game's
out.
starting to catch on to us. We're going in, team. That's how it works. We're going in. We still above 600? We're 590. We've dipped down, man. We've dipped down heavy. Get that single.
So Will Myers will
We need to stay above 600 by the season ends. That's the goal.
He's out.
Digging in now for San Diego. Cal
Let's go.
King singled in his last at bat. This is pulled
Line
in
out
right.
right to him. He didn't even need to move, man. You see how the game does it? That should have been a home run. a perfect amount of under that. I should have been a home run. That was not a line drive, and
He's got one hit in 4
game just put it right where he was.
First delivery to him. Opposite field to left.
Right to him.
Bader has him played perfectly.
Now you see, I mean, some of the challenges you might face playing this. You know, you get like perfects, good goods, all that stuff. Here, look at that. Look at that. I don't think I've ever struck out in this. Sometimes you'll get just a perfect. It'll put it exactly where, like, I get it if the outfielder has to run a few steps, but 90% of the time it just puts it exactly where the outfielder's standing. They don't even have to move. So, oh, we're pitching. All right, that's going to be it for us. I'm just going to turn this off. I appreciate it. Let me know if there's any other questions.